Empathy can be quite a tricky emotion. In my experience, it's nearly impossible to consider every person as a human in the fullest sense of the word. We're lacking context. The states that led to the present are unaccounted for. All of those little hopes and dreams, the loneliness and the sorrows, the story of a life played out in real time with no chance for edits. By paying attention, however, the outlines of a human can be found. Look closely again and find the protagonist of a story. We write our own stories. Our protagonist tells his like this. My story is solitary and desperate. I am persecuted, misunderstood, and cut by 1,000 invisible weapons. I never know how others will view what I do, how they will react to me. I tell myself that I don't blame them, that forces beyond the individual have made them this way, but occasionally I wish for the release of a final aggression. I feel like I want some grand action to be performed against me, that I may loose all my anger and fear and isolation in one single strike of retribution. There is no home for me here in this land, and the people around me tell me that I don't belong. I am afraid. The protagonist will tell you all of these things, a litany of slights both small and large, real and imagined. I pity him. For somewhere between fear and isolation, desperation was found. Even I, who am attempting to see the protagonist as a human, cannot say for certain what happened. Listen again, and the tragedy of his story shall be revealed. I am done with this. I will not be the martyr. I am not weak. I will not be weak. The story of the protagonist is not the story shared by me and my friends, however. Our story is about a terrorist and a villain. Because our protagonist was shot down like a dog, his version of the story died with him. He has given up his right to tell his own story. In place of whatever he may have said, there are now the tales of other people, superimposed on his actions and the actions of those like him.
People, I got a man with a knife running around, cutting people.
It looked like he was trying to hurt as many as he could.
Seemed to be living the American dream.
It's insanity, not radical Islam.
Look, there is a problem.
It's anything but radical Islam. It's gun violence. It's Trump. It's mental instability. It's anything but radical Islam.
When I talk about his death as a suicide, I'm not trying to downplay the viciousness he showed at the end of his life. I'm trying to understand how his suicidal thinking led to murder.
Now here I am, one of the victims of our protagonist. Apparently I was symbolic enough of the faceless fears he felt to be targeted. I want to understand. I want to keep this from happening again. I want to empathize with the terrorists who tried to kill me, but I will not vindicate him. His actions were cowardly, and he deserved his death, and I am glad that his attack was pathetic and futile. Still, I may pity him all the same, even in my judgment. So, here I am. Maybe the least appropriate author to attempt to finish his tale. But he is dead, and I am alive. I will try to write the story he threw aside.